si borono ae keep lengi sabalo dung deng walk be makso nona ae si borono ae keep lengi sabalo dung deng.
I think the objectives are relatively clear. As being an oil company in PNG, our objective is based on producing as much oil as we possibly can to drive up total shareholder return. But in saying that, there's a number of other objectives that come off that, which we need to do to be able to operate here. And we have objectives associated with production, objectives associated with cost management, and objectives associated with the way we relate to the community. And underlying that, of course, we have a number of safety objectives, because without operating the business safely, we won't be able to operate the business. The same goes for working with the community. If we can't work with the community, we will not be able to run a business here in PNG.
Meeting us a landlord place on a clear lo company can making one of something. Companies are giving money. All yama masala tisra. All not Indian law. All not Indian law behind blood. Me looking also.
You know, we're in a very remote, rugged. This is not the kind of bush that you just go for a bushwalk in. This is cast limestone, dangerous country. You know, sparsely populated. My view is I can see a time where you could walk outside here and we'll be standing back in the jungle again.
I would hope that these communities start to develop interests that are broader than the oil and gas industry. Now that's a hope, and I believe we have a role to play in that, to try and shape that, but I also believe the government has a role, and I believe the communities have a role in shaping that.
I don't think, right in the village, I don't see there's a development there. There's none.
When the oil company goes, I think people will suffer. Like most of them, they don't usually budget their money very wisely. So I think when the company goes, I think some of them will get hard times.
I think when the oil company goes, to my own, as a local person, they will go back to where they were before.
Yaman lo rodigan na someone no sa labun to bayan mo kina uskaba all bianim disla o buki liglik sto all bianim disla so think na believe and stop one kind of before stop on I think no some company go back and by disla lifestyle by or by other team go back no before stop on ina na baga change we believe
me also thinking from me also sometime company losing of the press at the road and organization by program. Common meeting, Emma made a common by I
think there's been some big changes that the project has created. It's had big impacts on traditional structures and leadership and women and roles in society. It's created, some classifications or stratifications of wealth, no doubt about it. The people that have the money aren't living in the village, that's for sure. They're having a good time off in the big smoke.
Money has caused a lot of death and jealousy and fighting. I forgot to mention that. Money is the main root of everything here now.
A lot of effort goes into trying to determine who the proper landowners are or where the land boundaries are. But if it wasn't for a project that generates cash, I don't believe we'd have these issues.
Traditionally, pre-oil project, pre-contact even, there was no need to firmly define boundaries.
Okay, company come time. We play, run to Master Bus and play Kagalas. We play Lusim League time. We play no some money time. And we play Cycle Bus. Find him Kagablo. We play at the bus. Now, as some didn't plays a Lusim League. and I'm blowing something blow. Awesome. Kaya blow stawa na train blow stawa or something awesome.
Do you mean good or something or not?
Anything awesome, I think. Good blah. Blow on him, he's away behind the company go out, and I'm blessed up big awesome. Awesome blow people.
Marau romle tabu biton berak alata bakan kaya ke bakan nabi mo kale korale ban kini misga tu bas kabo nara furul kabo mas asala bala ko dakan bom narip so tu bigel kabo narip askanam khabe asar gum bakan klinke naribe
mibla looking big pla impact blongem bagarap tu big pla na help him to lik so long bagarap mibla kisim plant the man some of the lifestyle he changed.
There are a lot of things that Ok Tedi man have done for the country and for the people here. They have brought light into this place in a way like basic services the government cannot meet. Ok Tedi mine company have met, like they've got health centers. They have brought education right into their doorsteps. They've built up good schools, and they've brought law and order. We have a police department right here. The disadvantages of Ok Tedi being here, like environmental destructions, it's totally a chaos here. The river system is just really polluted, and the livelihood of the people is destroyed in a way. They rather go shopping than going gardening and hunting. And some of the cultural aspects of life, like traditional craft work and sing and traditional cooking and things like that, are going extinct.
Ko kralo ya kami naman nam krala kalamin walk am kal walk bomin bo kan kriptasim kan kretarip kanunul aw kana malim ko wer kabeno kale nol tay narob man kan man imurup man kada khatip kata man ay waring fasu walk boy min kralwan bom bo fasu waring fasu kata isirip kata nalaman nilim kan usirip ba kapika
no God. They should really put more emphasis on developing local kids, especially in special areas, and really bringing them up to a standard where they could really understand what Ok Tedi themselves are doing. So then they will have to get involved in whatever the Ok Tedi is doing. But maybe, I don't know why they're not doing that. That's the only problem I see. But I think Ok Tedi has helped them a lot in the change that has happened, and brought development into this place. The style of living and everything that right now they are satisfied with.
Bangka kalimita kanom niyo biyeng makop num bakan makop kalen na ribonam ari ko may mako sirim nam kapta mo no ka kentay norop kata bangka kay bako na ribe netam ko pinumam ko payo numam ko kale seribal kalen na ribe nuka imrali jak site tay na ba payo no wok nulum ki makasalil ta wok fakurom na wok manikop.
The practice of Sangoma is very different here, very different now than the past. So there are a lot of jealousy involved in it, and especially it's to do. It has mine being here has intensified the practice of Sangoma, and it has really destroyed a lot of people, productive people in the society.
Nulung kubo, biya ko kata ke biya mafaka na malip, biya ta. Be baja kali be mi kugu bata mafak kugu be kedal tat be kan kata alo yakini mame ni tata bom na ribiya kini man bi malabita
Oh, definitely they will go back to how they used to live before, but it's going to be hard for the youths and the children that have lived with the mine, have grown with the mine, and living in town like this and having everything right there at their doorsteps and in their house. It's going to be very hard for the children.
Main banima ko ba so bela bano ko pipa. Main finish. Alinare dan bless taru kai banana kai. Enta. Bewan bom mi maso na chum so bewan bom ko. Main banima ko gamani tatay do ko marasin tatay do ko bano. Betu aliman numi alo ko wo kai. Aliman ka bu banim. Gol bu banim mo. Alinare wo aliman ko nunum ko gud ko. Nunu pasen ko awlan ko gudam abe peri bopi. Kambani tare tam main pubiran batam dari bari. Dewa tunta insape. Kalbi pai tumbe ko di atabup ko nunum kin kay atam. Tumur kala kabe ko kalipa ka isu.
Sustainable development Ok Tedi now we got program plan is something only trying by the inner work. By look was no sustainable development after a mine life or mine up.
If one particular country is interested in this country, first thing if they are interested in the country, first thing I think they should provide is education first, and then bringing in those things so that we will be able to now to operate them. We'll be able to now to go about and do things with the particular thing we are developed in.
Ok Tedi, no consider him. Only give him what only can give him. Na to only no thing him custom value. Only speed long operation long mind as all na. Even no at cultural center.
I did have a painting all green, just all green, and I mixed a red paint with a bit of yellowish color in it, and I stood a distance and just threw the paint at the canvas that I painted with the all green, and whatever it happened, it's a change there. You know, that's what happened here. It was all green here in Kutubu, but somewhere in Europe, maybe in England somewhere, they threw a paint this way, and the paint, you know, the splash, and then just did up the change, mess up the whole green. So that painting keeps telling me that there's been a change within all green. And the green that we have, it's the knowledge that we have. But when the paint or the red that came in gave us different colors, and the sustainable development, I'm only thinking is if Ok Tedi mine closes and goes, I just want Ok Tedi to establish some things that will keep this environment and the people intact with rest of the world. If they don't, then it will get back to all green again and we will be lost again.
Abi unup kadak tayo ko baka dabladi tayo na. Bega udo ko baka. Keep lengi sabalo dung deng. Walk be makso nona aye si borono aye. Keep lengi sabalo dung deng. Man mantra no iflalak trana aye si borono